and welcome this wonderful Wednesday morning to KTN Life and Style. My name is Susan Jioge and I'm your host this wonderful morning, and we are having our show Man Talk. Now, Man Talk is when I have the incredible privilege of hosting men right here on this show, and we discuss men's issues and their triumphs and their victories. And specifically today, we are going to be talking about the bro code. Is it a real thing amid some enigma? These unspoken rules that men are not supposed to break and are supposed to follow to the T. I'm going to have the men come here and tell me all. And whether there's ever a situation in which by you should break the bro code. But before we get there, I have the love message of the week. It's Wednesday, it's midweek. I want to give you some love, you know. Can get along this week to help you along before we meet the gentleman. This Wednesday, I would like to tell you, don't pretend for anyone, okay? Be your real you and authentic self. Be honest and dedicated, and God will crown all your efforts. The universe will give to you with success and promotion. Happy new week, my dear, or happy new half of the week. Now we're gonna go meet the awesome gentleman that I'm gonna be talking to. I hope you're ready, because today's show finna be fire. So let's go and learn about the bro code. Very excited to introduce the guest that I'm going to be talking with today. I have told you that we are here on this show called Man Talk on KTN Life and Style. Thank you for joining us this Wednesday morning. Dude, I'm so excited that I just get to chill and talk with Jamaz every Wednesday morning, and I learn a little something, okay? So today, we are going to be discussing bro code. Now, ladies, if you're watching, please get closer. I know you've been wondering, hii kitu inakuanga nini? I'll be deciphering it on your behalf, and I'll be figuring out in which circumstances do men break the bro code, if there are any, ever. Very excited to introduce my guest. I'm going to start with Shapaman here. Jina za government ni Benoit Kanema. I'm not roasting you.
Putting me out there in the streets.
You don't have to show people we go way back.
What's up, guys? We go way back.
We go way back.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
Thank you for coming on my show. Then I have DJ Epic.
Yeah, what's up?
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Part of the KTN family.
Yes, me, I'm home.
We keep it close.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for coming. And then there's DJ Dream.
Yeah, what's up?
Another way.
Way back, yeah.
And we'll be telling everybody how exactly we know each other. So we are shooting today at Decoded Tavern. DJ Dream has played here often. DJ Epic is no stranger either. Decoded Tavern is located off Gong Road. It's a fantastic venue. They are so kind enough to let us have their space. So be sure to come by. They have awesome food and drink, social distance enjoyment, okay? Fantastic kitchen. There's a playground for children and so much more.
One more thing you're forgetting. Good DJs.
You know what I'm saying?
No, and we are here.
Awesome DJs. Check out the Decoded Tavern social media pages, and you can keep up with all the events. Because events are coming back. Wear mask, we're talking about you, okay? So, we're discussing the bro code. Now, the bro code, there's even the book. There's actually a book called The Bro Code. It's written by this guy. What was his name? Matt Kuhn. K-U-H-N. I was like, hey, okay. But the bro code was talked about a lot, and it was really popularized with this show. How I Met Your Mother. There's that character, Barney. Yeah. And he really popularized it because his character writes books about it, and it's like a whole thing. Do you guys believe in the bro code first? Let's start there. Epic?
Bro code is bro code. It's the code that you don't talk about.
All right, except for today.
You don't talk about bro code. You should just know bro code. Everybody knows bro code.
Right.
Every guy knows bro code. Yeah.
It's like an understated thing.
Yes.
When is it decided, Dream? Is it when the chromosomes decide you're a boy in the stomach, you are already aligned to bro code?
When you're with your friends, automatically, the code is there. There are things that, when you walk in, Susan, like if me and Sharp and Epic were talking right now, when you're walking, we'll keep quiet. The code is usually there from the get-go.
I like that. I even saw something about greetings. So if you're greeting a guy that you know, you're supposed to nod down. No, when it's someone you don't know, you nod downwards. When it's someone you know, you nod upwards. Are there such things?
That's too much, man.
It's too much.
Too much.
You know, I tell you, the bro code, yani, it's what guys live by. Like, it's unspoken rule. You don't explain what's understood, you know?
I like it.
You don't explain what's understood. So, like, it's definitely unspoken, but it's felt. You know, they say you're as real or as good as the people around you.
Yes.
So hopefully you're around top jamas
Yes.
and you can maintain that type of energy
I like
among
that.
top guys. Yeah.
So a lot of things that are usually discussed in the bro code also have to do with like romantic situations. Maybe you're trying to cut your dame, or maybe you're actually seeing her. Yes, getting interesting. You're dating her, you're married to her. So there's usually some like rules about how guys go about this thing because it's courtship. So there's usually a point where it's fair game and a point where it's not fair game. So for you guys, when is it not fair game? Because I was reading, like, okay, now let's start off simple scenario. You want to katia babe.
Okay.
Sawa?
Yeah.
So now, another Jama sees the situation, maybe is also interested in the babe. Can he now approach and interrupt and interject? And so now it's fair game for you to go about it?
Very good question.
It's a very good
And it has a very broad answer.
Okay, you can start then, Epic.
Because now,
We're here from 9 till 10, guys. Epic, take the floor.
because like now, is it the both of you, are you friends? Because if you two guys are friends,
Uh-huh.
the code is different. If
Okay.
you two are strangers, the code is different.
So if it's a stranger,
If it's a stranger, there's no code.
you can interrupt.
There's no code.
Good. But you see, even if it's your boy, there's a level of there's a level of understanding. Like your guy, you know, it's been 2 months. Your guy is still on it. You know, he's making his move. Yeah. Sometimes he's hit a brick wall, yani, and then he'll tell you, you can't cut here because I cut here.
Right.
You know, there's always conflicting issues. It's definitely
it's
specific.
very specific
Yeah, but you
to
know,
the case.
I've been through that
Yes.
when I was young, back in the day. Me and my boy, best friend actually.
Okay.
He was vibing this chick, and I really liked this chick. So his game didn't work out. So me just went up and told him, do you mind? Can I slot in? And he was like, yeah,
see,
easy.
that's the bro code.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Okay, so
I had
asking
to.
is
We had to
part
have a
of-
conversation.
You have to have that conversation. We
Okay.
just don't walk in and just to do your
Say,
thing.
I'm a fan,
There's
you
respect.
just,
There's respect.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
True.
I didn't know. So there's actually a conversation. Now I don't know whether as a
Not
girl we should have a
everyone.
problem with that, but we'll allow. It's fine.
But now you see,
This
the
can be
conversation
discussing
is
us.
the conversation is between you and someone you're close with. If
Oh,
it's someone I
yeah.
don't know,
There's no
I
code.
don't
Oh, yeah, so
have
it's a
to.
bit
I
stranger,
don't have
it's
to.
different.
Yeah.
It's different.
Me, I'll
If
just
it's your
come do
boy,
my thing. That's
yeah.
you do your thing. Whoever wins wins.
Now, there is also the one of like when they're now vibing somebody, maybe you're protective over. So now, let's say the babe is a sister, a cousin. Then what happens in that situation?
Now that one. But I feel like cousins is not so much. Because
Okay.
cousins is a bit far. Sister is the one that there's a lot of
DJ Epic's
protection.
cousins, are you watching?
Cousins,
So
But-
there's a bit of distance.
yeah, but sister now what comes in, most of the time, I think what I've seen with my boys, you ask, and then it's like a one-shot thing. Like if you do it, don't mess up.
Right.
You know, like if you do it, you're serious. It's not fun in games.
Okay.
It's happening. This is long term. There's no jokes. You can't play with my sister.
Yeah.
Yes, my sister watching. Whoever is hollering at you, don't play.
Don't play. Don't
Yeah.
play.
I have a question to Epic.
eh,
Uh-huh.
When you're saying your cousin, let's say for example, I'm your boy, and
Yeah.
you know me, I'm messy,
yeah.
but I'm trying to holler at your cousin. What happens? Because
Okay,
you're saying
now-
your cousin is blah blah.
No, well, not really blah blah. But now if you're my boy and you're messy and you're hollering at my cousin, sasa hapa code inakuwa different. Code ina change. Hapa nakuwa snitch.
So you break the code. So family comes first.
Yeah, personally.
So I just go tell my cousin, way karada. Yeah.
Yeah. So cousins and sisters is different according to Epic.
Yes.
Then you
Cousin-
said it's different when the guy is messy.
It's messy. And the thing is, you know, when you tell someone we wachana na nani, they go towards that person. So the best thing is just you, karada. That's the best word I can use. Like,
You, when I first asked it, you said you don't have time, you don't tolerate.
No. It's the fine line between, you know, blood and water.
Right.
Let me just put it that way. And blood is thicker for sure. So that one, it's not. There's not too many questions.
Yeah.
There's only 2 ways to handle it.
So now, how are your sisters supposed to date?
No, they
You
must
can't
date.
be around.
They must date kivyao too, but when it comes from my guys that I know,
Bas.
that's where
Now
there's a rule
difference.
set that comes up. Yeah. It's not just free falling at you.
Okay.
Nah.
I like what you guys said, that you actually will have a conversation. So even though there's some unspoken rules, it's an unspoken rule that you then must ask.
Then you must speak up.
Right.
If it's not understood, you have to explain it.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay.
Funny thing though, anytime you have that convo, all the time, and will say jaribu.
Oh. Also, there's also like, as men, you're like, you want to be happy
Yeah,
for
we're
the
not
guy.
gonna
You
try,
want him to succeed.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot.
He will owe me one day.
with your mascot one day.
He will owe me one day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mask fishing.
So now
You
there'll
know,
be
mask
the other
fishing is a
side.
new thing.
Yeah, it is.
Meet someone in a mask.
Then baada ya kazi unaona is a different person.
Mask fishing, it's happening.
So also in the bro code, and I felt this from even when I was younger, because I used to look at guys' friendships, and I guess us girls, we can really fight over something and the friendship ends. But guy friendships, you see them survive so much. So it's like you guys have a rule of no grudges, no holding grudges, but there's also you talk or you fight. Then now you move. Is that something you ever are taught, you talk about with your fathers when you're growing up, or how exactly does that thing come about? I mean, you guys just love your friendship so much, you hold on.
Well, for guys, I think we're different. We're not as emotional as girls. So we, like people say, girls run on emotions.
Right.
Yeah, us we don't.
Okay.
We're more logical. So that's why most of the time we won't fight as much. Though people fight, I think one of the basis of many friendships dying is women and money.
Yes.
Yeah,
For men, it's usually women and money.
women and money.
Women, then money.
Then money. Oh, women is way,
Yeah.
way really?
Two times women,
Then
three times
money.
women, then one time money.
Yeah.
What? I didn't think that. I thought it was money way more.
Nah.
I don't know if I'm on your side, I'm in my bro side. Because sometimes, for instance, Epic is my boy.
Yes.
You're my babe. That time I'm out there, Epic
Yeah.
will try and holler.
Right.
There's usually that.
That's
it's
what.
usually
that's,
there,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
But that one, no, I don't agree.
but
No,
it's
but there's
there,
a lot
it's
of
there.
people
Me, I
who are
can
like
tell
that. Me, I
you.
can say as a babe, it is very much there. You
Yeah,
will
it's very there.
experience
It's there, but it's not supposed to be
It's
there.
only your people are the ones who are usually hollering.
Yeah, that's true. And then
Not
what people don't
from
know.
Bali or anything, but people around your circle.
Someone close.
They want
Yeah.
to eat where you're eating. See, that's. I don't know.
Hey,
it. I like
he
these
got
sayings and
this.
metaphors.
Even me, I can get it. And then the funny thing is, I don't know why people don't understand. If you're my babe, when we pillow talk, you're gonna tell me.
That's true.
Yeah,
100% true.
100%. During
But
pillow
those,
talk,
those friendships
everything.
really survive those things. That's what I usually don't understand sometimes. But I guess men talk about it? Or do you decide to move on? Do you decide I'm closer to my girl so I won't?
You ignore, you act a fool.
Oh,
You know, I think it's like keeping pettiness to a minimum. That's why guys will fight, but they'll somehow in a month. It's like a real fight, but they'll forget about it in a month. And women, one time they've talked bad about who said what, they've concerned for life.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, like it's so different.
that's true.
Like pettiness should be at the least possible. So I guess, you know, we get over the stuff, but we don't forget. We don't forget. There's always someone lurking.
Yeah, yeah.
There's always someone
So
lurking.
it's like you don't forget.
They're waiting
Even
for
if
you
they're
to
just there.
ukiangusha tu hivi, someone's right there ready to catch what you're dropping. So that's what it is. Even you have to stay on your toes.
You stay, yeah.
100.
Okay, stay woke.
Stay woke.
Stay woke, stay woke. It's
Nasi mira.
important.
Just stay woke.
Stay woke. So now, when it's a situation where it's not, so it's still within the bro code, now let's remove women from the equation.
Boss.
What happens amongst you guys as bros? Do you guys call each other out when your bro, he's not hurting you with the things that he's doing, but what he's doing, it's not aligning? Is that a thing that's in the bro code? Let's say your boy is cheating. So it's him, it's his relationship, but you as his boy, you see, every day you interact with it. Would you ever reach a point where now you call your bro out? You're like, I've been friends with you for years, I see you moving mad like this. Or that's
It
just a...
happens.
That's where the bro code comes in.
Yeah, that's where the
That's
bro code comes in.
Once in a while, you'll like tell him your thoughts. Like, hey, I don't think you should be doing this, especially if the chick is a friend and
Yeah.
they've
Most
been together.
cases.
Yeah.
Most cases.
Yeah, if the chick is your friend, you like. But if I don't, if me and the chick are not as close, it is what it is.
It is what it
It
is.
is what it is.
Okay.
That was my point as well.
It is
Like,
what
it's
it is.
usually like, because you're homies with each other and all of you guys.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that happen to your homegirl here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not about him anymore and you. It's about us.
But then
As a
I'm like,
unit.
if it's bro code and you're my friend, let's say I don't know the babe, so I've understood when it's the friend, the babe is your friend, but you don't know the babe, but you know that he's in a relationship, you know he's married or he's in a
Kana
long-term
choma na choma.
relationship.
Kana choma na choma.
Wewe unamuona tu
Choma
akichoma,
tu.
but bado he's your bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
So I
woman
asked
story
to do
is
this show
tricky.
to be told the truth,
Yeah.
even though it's hard to hear.
Women is tricky. That's like the best thing. Like, women is tricky. I think like that's what makes us do everything as a guy. That's what makes you hustle.
It's a very big motivation. for
Yeah,
everything.
so
It's true. When you see a guy self-sabotaging,
yeah.
you can tell him, but it's ultimately his choice.
It's his choice.
Unless
and
it's
his
affecting
game.
you directly, in other ways. But self-sabotage, you can tell a guy, we're chunga,
Yeah.
then it's up to him.
Okay, so there'll be at least like a mention if you decide to say something. Okay, but also depending on the setting. Yeah. I also feel like, I don't know, do men usually respond very well to criticism from their fellow boy?
No.
Yeah.
Never.
How would such a conversation happen? Has any of you ever felt, "Nyewe, I'm going to say something," and then you say something and then you're like,
Bring some awkwardness between the two of you at that particular time. But when the other party goes and sobers up and he's like, I will tell you, by the way, my guy was having my back. I think he was right. But I won't come and tell you you're right.
Yeah.
I'll be like, we go for pints. And
Oh,
that story
so
just
somebody
like
will
that.
see the
Yeah.
story.
And
has
actually,
Yeah.
this convo actually happens a lot when guys are pinting.
Yeah.
It's not a sober convo. You know, when you
Can't
guys
be.
pint, so now you start that convo, then 100 other convos come through.
Right.
That day, you guys didn't act right. It's like, pints make everybody emotional, so yeah.
Makes
so there
guys
needs to be
emotional.
something.
Everybody.
Makes guys
It
Makes
does,
guys
it does.
emotional.
That's why guys drink and they start saying, I love you, bro. You've
Yeah.
been down for me. And that's like your most gangster boy, and you're like,
I
what?
was like, I love you, bro.
Hey, I love you, bro. We've been through so much. Don't worry, Hey.
So now, when it's not related to women, if your boy maybe is drinking too much, or there's one in particular has really been bothering me. If your boy is a con man, how do you usually go about that? One, because con men are here and they have boys. You're not telling me con men have no friends. They have friends. And we know those people in our circles. Now, amongst you men within the bro code, how does that work?
If it's not benefiting you, you must call him out. If we're all benefiting from this doing, that's what I think. Yeah, like guys, guys, that's how it is, man. Like,
So if he
if one guy out of all of you is the con man, but he's also providing for the team.
the
And
team,
Robin
yeah,
Hood,
yeah.
you know
He's doing
what I'm
something,
saying?
he's doing
yeah,
something
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
team.
Just take Robin Hood, Davey, like.
Robin Hood must be sour.
Yeah. If he's the villain, we're on his case.
But then again,
That
I
actually
don't think
explains why corruption stays so healthy and thriving in this country. Healthy.
But then again, I'd say, if one of us was a con man, my circle wouldn't know at first. They'll come to
Right.
learn about it way after it's done. Because I've been in instances where I'm friends with someone, then somebody else from another group comes and tells me, by the way, you know your boy,
Is
he's not acting, he's not kawaida. Because when we are together, we are partying, we are doing everything together, he doesn't show any signs. But somebody else will come and call him out, then you guys will start putting one and one together. Like, oh, by the way, explains, you see.
That
But-
friend that you don't know what they do.
Yes.
We all have that friend. We don't know what they do.
We don't know what they do.
Hey, you're bowling, but we don't see you go to work. You're always chilling. You ask, what do you do? Biashara here and there.
Those
Red
vague
flag.
answers. Tunajaribu tu.
Red flag.
Okay, I like that. And if you don't know eventually and you figure it out after, then sasa kesi baadaye.
Yeah.
But Robin
It's
Hood
too late.
too.
It's too late.
too
At the
late.
same time, it's too
Robin
late.
Hood too.
He's been your boy for like 2 years. You've learned
So
about it
now-
2 years later. So it's too late to even call him out. He's already done his thing. Yeah, so we just...
But wouldn't you call him out because he's continuing?
This is tricky. Hey, your questions today.
Yeah, man.
Motto.
I don't think
called
I
man
would.
talk, guys.
We wouldn't call them.
I wouldn't call him
It's
out.
still quite
It's his
hard.
hustle.
It's his hustle.
As long as
Yeah.
it doesn't affect the circle, he doesn't cheat from the circle,
Yeah.
that's fine.
That's your hustle.
Yeah. But the thing again, you guys might be called out, all of you are
Yeah.
con men.
Yeah,
Because birds of the same feather.
that's actually
Yeah,
what
true,
tends
yeah.
to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when you're like, those ones are really close, so they must be quite similar. They must be the same. Okay. So, now there is the one. And we're going to go to break soon, but we'll talk about it right afterwards, which is dating your boy's ex. 6 months later, 5 years later, 10 years later, when is it okay? And within the bro code, what are the rules and regulations? Maybe we should have had the book, because in I feel kama mtu agenda chapter something.
What? For me now, this one comes down to a person.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, I don't. Too many girls out there. No need to remix.
Enough fish in the sea.
Yeah, there's no need to remix. And you know, like,
No need to.
I don't get how you'd be in a situation where you're marrying someone your boy was having a relationship with. It's so awkward because, like, once you have a relationship with someone, that doesn't really die. You know, it never dies, like, completely dies.
There was always something
Yeah, there's
there.
always something. So, man, then you'd be chilling, you're dating your boy's ex, you're drunk, you blacked out, they rekindle their fire.
Whoa.
DJ Epic, first of all, I'm sorry if this has happened to you the way you said that.
No, I'm just saying.
I personally want to
Came from
apologize
the heart.
for going through that.
These things I see, it's not happened to me, but
Yeah, no, these things do happen. You're
it
completely right.
happens,
Especially in this scene, you can imagine when you're in the clubbing
Happens.
scene for you guys as DJs, you as a performer, and us just going out to the club as general, you see these things. Hey,
But then again, I have a question to Epic regarding. I'm a Sharperman can answer this. Let's say, me and you became friends like 1 year ago. We've been boys ever since, huh?
Yeah,
But this babe from 5 years ago, I never met you with a babe, but you guys had something.
Yeah, that doesn't
together.
count.
That doesn't count.
It doesn't count. Even Zelazas
That's a
high
good
school, they
question.
don't count. You can't.
Oh, it's
You can't
when
do that.
we are boys.
Yeah,
the
like-
duration
And we were all hanging out
together
at that time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Something else.
That
Because
makes
now,
sense,
even
makes
in the
sense.
back of my mind, I'm like, hey, Kwani, is this something new? I'm a.
oh, remember it was there even when back then when we were together.
Bas. So there's always something. But I think, like, you know, it's about the intention also. Because if you see this guy, Yanni, this guy, he really means it. Like, he wants to be serious or something like that. Like, if it's in the name of love or something like that, it's something serious, I can allow it. It's not a big deal.
So you'd have to see something that shows you the seriousness.
It's not that he, like, it's mine to say no. Nobody belongs to me. But I'll also, I don't want to catch a feeling for my boy. I'll be like, dude, like, you know, WTF. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's how it goes, man. And I think it should just be serious. So the guy's like, come on, man, you know.
Don't, yeah.
I'll be like, man, sour.
If somebody's saying, no, please, Chapawa, it's real, allow.
It's real, man. Is it? I can't be mad at you. You're serious. Like, if you're just there,
But you
man,
would not be hanging out with them, would you? Would you put
At the
yourself in
same
a
time.
position, yeah, when now you're like, okay, yeah, it's fine.
I
you
mean, my
can
guys
date her.
wouldn't do that to begin with, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Would I?
They
wouldn't
wouldn't
know.
tell you, bro.
I wouldn't
They wouldn't
know.
tell you, bro.
But they say what you don't know won't hurt you. So.
Yeah, that's very
Love
true.
that I just, you know, cross the highway, see what's popping
And
on
see
the
what
other side.
happens. All right, well, I think now we'll go to break. Heads today. I've learnt a lot.
Motto.
I hope for all of you guys
Motto.
watching, you're taking notes. We are talking about the bro code and any situations whereby you might break it. This is KTN Life and Style on KTN Home. Don't move. We'll be right back.